Welcome. I am DAA of DHB Recovery Network. We all experience loss on so many levels. Over the past few years, I have personally experienced the loss of beloved family members, friends, associates, co-workers, and pets. Some of these family members were elderly or ill. Some were children under the age of 18. Grief sits within. Let's walk together as we grieve one day at a time on this weekly podcast that will be posted each Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Fair use. Grief one day at a time. 365 Meditations to Help You Heal After Loss by Alan D. Wolfett. March 11. A wound does not destroy us. It activates our self-healing powers. The point is not to put it behind you, but to keep benefiting from the strength it has awakened. David Richo. Early in our grief, it feels like our loss might destroy us. But as we learn to trust in the healing process of active mourning, we realize that not only can we survive, we can go on to thrive. It takes courage and strength to mourn openly, honestly, and fully. But once we unleash that strength, watch out. We are a force to be reckoned with. We no longer tolerate pettiness or meanness. We know what matters, and by God, we're not going to put up with any more nonsense. We are not putting our loss behind us. As the Japanese author Kenji Mawazuga said, we are going to burn it as fuel for our journey forward. The meditation reads, I am stronger now than I was before. May I find ways to benefit from my newfound strength and to help others benefit as well. March 12th. Never go to bed mad, stay up and fight by Phyllis Diller. Now that's a joke that contains surprising wisdom. In grief, we can translate it. If we're feeling a strong feeling or thinking a dominant thought, we should express it before we go to bed. If we don't, what will happen? We likely lie there ruminating and stressing, unable to fall asleep. And we need to sleep to function and heal. Here are some ways we can release our nighttime thoughts and feelings. Text a friend, write in a journal we keep in our nightstands, talk to our partner or someone who lives with us, hop online and do some sharing on a grief forum, post on social media, meditate or pray. Let's not turn out the lights on our pent-up thoughts and feelings. Let's let them out so they can run around a bit while we get some much-needed sleep. The meditation reads, Tonight I'll make an effort to share any thoughts and feelings that are weighing on my heart and mind before I turn out the lights. March 13th. Never, ever underestimate the importance of having fun. Randy, Pausch. Fun and grief can seem like oil and water. They just don't go together. But they're really more like oil and vinegar. Add a little mustard or egg yolk, and then they can be blended. And together they create an emulsion that makes our grief survivable. Randy Pausch was the 48-year-old Carnegie Mellon professor who, upon learning he had terminal pancreatic cancer, gave a lecture and wrote a best-selling book called The Last Lecture. In them, he imparted his newfound understanding of what really matters in life. So when a man with only months to live tells us to never, ever underestimate the importance of having fun, let's do as he says. The meditation reads, I need to make a point of having fun now and then while I'm grieving. March 14th. You are unrepeatable. There is a magic about you that is all your own. D.M. Dellinger. Our grief makes us aware of our dependence on others, for it is our relationships, when served, that give rise to our grief. Loving and being loved is the reason for life, yet at the same time, you all by yourself embody unique talents and gifts. You are unrepeatable. I am unrepeatable. There is a magic about us that is all our own. Cultivating our gifts and sharing them with the world is the other reason for life. I believe we were born to live and be loved. Yes, but also to use our unique gifts to help others. As we mourn, we can also, when we are ready, leverage our abilities to make a difference. In doing so, we are opening our hearts to new people and relationships. We are expressing ourselves in ways that form more connections. We are enriching our own lives as well as the lives of others. The meditation reads, "There is a magic about me. I will find ways to own this magic and share it with others." March 15th. Beware the Ides of March. William Shakespeare. The Ides of March is March 15th. In Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar, the soothsayer says to Julius, "Beware the Ides of March," warning him of his impending death. Ever since, March 15th has been a date associated with foreboding and death. We can use this day to give some thought to our own eventual deaths. How would we hope to be remembered? What tasks would we like to have finished? How will our friends and family talk about us long after our funerals? Our loss wakes us up to the fleetingness of life. Now that we're awake, shouldn't we take steps to start this very day being who we must want to be and doing what we most want to do? I have hopes and dreams to fulfill before I die. Today, I take action. The affirmation meditation reads, March 16th. When someone you love dies and you're not expecting it, you don't lose her all at once. You lose her in pieces over a long time, the way the mail stops coming and her scent fades from the pillows and even from the clothes in her closet and drawers. Gradually, you accumulate the parts of her that are gone. Just when the day comes when there is a particular part that overwhelms you with the feeling that she's gone forever, there comes another day and another specifically missing part. John Irving. Grief is a one day at a time thing. That's why we're working through this book together. And part of its day-to-day nature has to do with new facets of loss that confront us so often. Yesterday it was picking up her hairbrush and touching the strands tangled there. The day before that, it was realization that he won't be here for our birthday this year. Last week, it was coming across a note she wrote long ago. And tomorrow, who knows what fresh reminders of our loss tomorrow holds. It's hard, this accumulating of your absence, but maybe you're just trying to remind us that you're still around after all. The meditation reads, I'm losing you in pieces. I'm holding on to you in pieces too. March 17th. Many an opportunity is lost because a man is out looking for four-leaf clovers. Unknown author. Sometimes we fall prey to the thinking that what we have isn't good enough. We need a bigger TV, a nicer car, and a better vacation. And then we'll be happy. In grief, we're also focusing on what we lack. This time, at least, the lack is something truly important, the physical presence of someone we love. But what about the friends and family members who are still here? You'll have noticed by now that I'm a big advocate for grieving and mourning. We do need to grieve after someone we love dies, and we do need to express our grief. We do need to focus on the lack. It's disingenuous to think we can simply look on the bright side or count our blessings. And yet, while we're grieving, we can also learn to see each as an opportunity to live and love fully. If we are alive and we love and are loved, this is opportunity plenty. The meditation reads, "My life is not a perfect four-leaf clover, but it is still beautiful." Grief one day at a time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And most of all, be the you that you are created to be. And remember that you are not alone.